Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite scenes from City of Ashes. So this video is going to be spoiler-free for the rest of the series, but anything that happened in City of Bones and in this book, it's going to be spoilers for. So if you haven't read up to City of Ashes, I probably wouldn't watch this if I were you. I have to say, I did enjoy this book far more this time than I had when I first read it, which is really weird because I hadn't expected that. But at the same time, I'm really happy about it because that just means that the rest of the series, I'm just so excited. And so because I had so many more thoughts and, you know, liked it so much more than I did the first time around, I actually have 7 favorite moments of this book. So let's just go ahead and get through them so that this video isn't like a million years long. So my first favorite scene from City of Ashes is the scene in the Seelie Court with the Seelie Queen and Jace and Clary and Isabel and Simon. Holy crap, I forgot that that scene even existed, and so when I went to read it, I was like, oh my god. Because not only do you have that really funny banter between Jace and Simon, but then you also have the moment where the Seelie Queen is telling Clary that she can't leave until she kisses the person she most desires, and it ends up being Jace, and then Simon is like, what the hell, he's your brother. And that kissing scene though, But the scene is also really good at planting that little thought in your minds that Clary and Jace are different. Clary and Jace have something different about them than every other shadow hunter, and you want to keep reading to know what that is. And oh my goodness, it sets the whole series in motion, this scene, and I love it. So the next scene that I wanted to talk about was the Raphael scene where he brings Simon to the Institute after Simon has just been basically killed by the vampires in the Hotel du Mort. I think that shows so much of Raphael's character and that he's willing to bring Simon all the way back and even help them save Simon by turning him into a vampire. Even though Simon actually trespassed on their property and he was technically considered vampire property to do what they wanted with. As much as I loved the Simon graveyard scene where he was digging himself out of the grave, I honestly just really liked the scene where Raphael shows up with Simon on their doorstep a lot more. So the third scene I wanted to talk about was when Clary creates the Fearless rune. So if any of you follow me on Twitter, the Fearless rune is actually the rune that I posted the picture of the girl with the tattoo on her ankle. That was the Fearless rune, and I really want a tattoo of that rune because it not only looks really cool, but it means fearless, and it's something that we all try to strive for, you know, to be fearless and to go after what we want, and so I really love that. But the reason why I love it in this scene is because Clary actually uses it on Alec to try to prove that it actually works and that she can create runes, and he almost tells his dad and mom that he's dating Magnus. And it is so hilarious. And I died all over again. I honestly did. The fourth scene that I absolutely loved was when Jace is caught in the Malachi trap thing by the Inquisitor, and he can't really do anything, but Alec comes in and he tells him, look, I have seen you fall from like 5 stories. I've seen you do crazy stuff and not break a limb. And this cage only has 4 walls. And so Jace, of course, takes it upon himself to literally jump 30 feet in the air up to the rafters and get out of the Malachi cage. Oh my god. Like, Clary can create runes and Jace can do crazy shit, and like, it literally is just the series is just gonna go off from here, and I love every second of it. I forgot that scene even happened. I forgot that was even a scene. Honestly, to tell you guys the truth, I forgot that a majority of this book happened, except for the last couple of scenes, so yeah. The fifth scene that I wanted to talk about was when Imogen, the Inquisitor, actually sacrifices herself for Jace when they're on the boat battling all the demons. I seriously loved that scene because as horrible as the Inquisitor was to him throughout the entire book, she was able to just go ahead and sacrifice herself. But the scene also made me really mad too, because right before she goes and sacrifices herself, she's about to tell him one of the most like pivotal facts that he needs to know throughout the entire series. And if she had told him this now, the whole series would have been completely different if she had told him what she was going to tell him before she got killed. And I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna spoil the series, but it's just that moment just made me really mad because if only, you know, like if only she had told him. And for those of you who have read the rest of the series, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The next scene in City of Ashes that I wanted to bring up was the scene where Jace finds Simon basically dead on the floor, and he gives him his blood so that he can, you know, come back to life and go and find Clary with him. Oh my goodness, the scene is like the one scene that I remember specifically from City of Ashes. Like I said before, I didn't remember anything about this book except for that scene. That scene is stuck with me because as much as you think that Jace doesn't really like or care about Simon, and then he goes and he like does this just to save him because he knows that he's Clary's best friend, like, oh my goodness. And then finally, the last scene that I wanted to talk about was when Clary uses her badass open rune that she used in the beginning of the book to save Jace from the Silent City prison, and she uses it to tear Valentine's ship apart, like piece by metal, by rivet, everything just completely falls apart and bursts into flames, and oh my goodness, you guys. You guys. I love that scene so much. And then she wakes up and she's like, what happened? Like, girl, you happened. You happened. And those are all of the scenes that I wanted to talk about in City of Ashes that really stuck with me this time around. If you guys have read this book, please let me know down below and let me know your favorite scene that was in this book, because I'd really love to know if it was different than any of mine. Hopefully I can get this video up in March, and if so, in March we're reading City of Glass. So if you guys want to join us for our live show in April for City of Glass, you're more than welcome to, or if you've already read the series, you can join us anyways. I'll leave the link to the Mortal Instruments read-along video down below in case any of you guys are any more interested. And so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye!